The courtroom went dead silent, but not before a gasp tore through the crowd like a thunderclap on a cloudless day. Cameras went still, security was on high alert, and Jackie Christie? Oh, she didn't just break, she exploded. What just dropped wasn't some juicy rumor, oh no, it was war. After decades of fighting for her marriage like it was a golden throne built on love, loyalty, and legacy, Jackie stood there, eyes blazing, voice shaking, as the truth blasted across that courtroom like a bomb. Malaysia? Yeah, you heard that right. The same Malaysia who Jackie once called her sister, the one who stood by her side through every scandal, every red carpet, and all those fake smiles for the cameras. Now, she's the other woman, but not just any woman. She's pregnant with Doug Christie's baby. Let that sink in. And just when you think it can't get crazier, the DNA reports were leaked. Boom. Jackie's world is officially over. Court documents were exposed. And just like that, Jackie's worst nightmare was out in the open. She had tried to bury the rumors, even told her PR team to shut them down. But guess what? You can't bury a pregnancy, and you sure as hell can't bury betrayal. As Malaysia stared down at the floor, avoiding eye contact, Jackie's voice cut through the air like a razor blade. I gave my whole life to that man. And to her, I opened my home. And now, they've opened my grave. $10 million. That's the price Jackie's putting on the emotional destruction, the public humiliation, and the collapse of everything she worked for. Doug, MIA. Malaysia's camp, gone radio silent. But guess what's not quiet? Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. They are on fire. Hashtag Jackie ever Malaysia. Hashtag Doug the Deceiver. Hashtag 10 million tears. This isn't just a reality TV meltdown. This is betrayal at its absolute ugliest. And hold on tight, because we're only just getting started. The cameras were rolling. The set was calm, just a few seconds away from another typical reality TV moment. But no one, I mean no one, was ready for what came next. Jackie Christie walked in head high, heels so sharp they could slice through concrete. Her energy? Screaming vengeance. This wasn't the Jackie we knew, the glam, fierce, loyal queen. This was a Jackie that looked broken, betrayed, and burning from the inside out. It all started with whispers, soft ones, a leaked report, a blurred ultrasound, and then, out of nowhere, a name that detonated everything. Malaysia. Yes, that Malaysia. Jackie's former best friend, her ride or die, her sister in stilettos. The same woman who once swore on her life, I'd never cross Jackie, not even if my life depended on it. Well, guess what? Malaysia didn't just cross her, she stabbed her deep. Because there, sitting in that courtroom, trembling as the judge opened the DNA folder, was a bombshell that shattered Jackie's world. Doug Christie, the man Jackie spent decades building an empire with, the man she defended on every stage, the man she called her forever, had gotten Malaysia pregnant. The courtroom gasped. Even the stenographer's fingers froze. Doug, sitting there with his head low, had no defense. The paper didn't lie. The DNA report was crystal clear. 99.97% match. That unborn baby growing inside Malaysia carried Doug Christie's blood. Jackie's scream didn't come out as a scream. It came from the very soul of a betrayed queen. You slept with her in my house? After everything I gave? You? Malaysia, visibly pregnant, tried to speak, but Jackie cut her off, roaring. You didn't mean to get pregnant by my husband? You didn't mean to destroy 25 years of marriage? You didn't mean to be the reason I can't sleep at night? Jackie's voice echoed, cutting through the tension like a dagger. The judge slammed his gavel, but it didn't matter anymore. The damage was already done. The world now knew the truth. And Jackie? She wasn't going to slink away quietly. Oh no, not this time. She turned toward her lawyer, who had been preparing something deadly behind the scenes, and gave a nod. Moments later, breaking headlines hit social media like a bomb. Jackie Christie files a $10 million lawsuit against Malaysia, citing emotional distress, public defamation, and marital sabotage. Jackie wasn't just heartbroken, she was going to war. Her statement was raw, direct, and absolutely dangerous. This woman infiltrated my home, violated my trust, and manipulated my husband. She's not just a home wrecker, she's a career killer, and I want every penny she made, smiling in my face while stabbing me in the back. Social media went Crazy. Hashtag justice for Jackie. Hashtag Malaysia the manipulator. Hashtag Doug you dog. But this wasn't just a trending topic, this was personal. Behind the scenes, sources close to the couple revealed a shocking truth. This wasn't a one-time slip-up. Doug and Malaysia had been secretly meeting for months. Low-key dinners in LA, a secret trip to Miami for business, and even messages where Doug allegedly wrote, "You make me feel alive again." Alive, Doug? You've got a wife who built your entire legacy, stood by you through everything, and this is how you repay her. Jackie stood by Doug through every scandal, every storm, and now this. This is how he repays her. Jackie's inner circle was livid. Her daughter, Chantel, was reportedly screaming at Doug backstage. How could you humiliate mom like this? You let Malaysia into our house. You let her sit at our table. Jackie's publicist canceled all her appearances, citing emotional trauma and legal focus. Meanwhile, Malaysia? Silent. Not a single post. Just walking out of the courthouse. Head low, belly out, paparazzi flashing. But even in her silence, her actions screamed, "Let's take a step back here." Malaysia and Jackie's friendship ran deep. They weren't just co-stars, they were family. Jackie paid for Malaysia's mother's surgery, flew her to Turks and Caicos for her birthday, and even helped her through her last breakup. And this is how Malaysia returns the favor. Doug, don't even get me started. He hasn't said a word. No apology, no statement, no defense. His Instagram went dark. His brand deals paused. One insider claims his endorsement with a major sportswear label is under urgent review. This isn't just a cheating scandal, y'all. This is the collapse of a legacy. The $10 million lawsuit? Oh, it's not just about money. It's about principle. Jackie isn't asking for sympathy. She's demanding the respect she's earned for years. And she's coming for every penny Malaysia has. Jackie's lawyers revealed even more bombshells during a press briefing. They're not just seeking damages for emotional and psychological abuse. Oh no, they have voice notes between Doug and Malaysia, proving this betrayal wasn't an accident. This was premeditated. There's even talk of a restraining order if Malaysia dares to contact Jackie again. The stakes? Higher than ever. As this legal fire continues to burn, Jackie's fan base is absolutely raging. The comments on Malaysia's old posts? Brutal. You snake. Hope that baby brings you more peace than the home you wrecked. Team Jackie all the way. But Jackie? She's done playing defense. Reports say she's in talks with network executives to produce a tell-all special. Working title? Betrayed. The real story behind the lies. And listen, if you think this scandal's hit its peak, you've got another thing coming. Jackie is just getting started. While Malaysia hides behind her PR team and Doug vanishes like a ghost, Jackie is right there, front and center. She's speaking, she's suing, and honey, she's not backing down. Not this time. Just when Jackie thought the courtroom drama had hit its climactic peak, Doug didn't even flinch. Malaysia, with that pregnant belly now undeniable beneath her designer dress, casually lowers her shades and whispers something into Doug's ear. The nerve, the audacity. This wasn't just betrayal anymore. This was war. And the courtroom? Oh, it turned into a circus. Jackie's legal team immediately motions for a restraining order, citing emotional trauma, psychological harassment, and public humiliation. But Doug's lawyer? Oh, he was ready for the drama. He pushed back hard, claiming that Doug has every right to support the mother of his unborn child. Boom. That sentence hit Jackie like a slap straight to the face. The mother of his unborn child, said out loud, in court, on record. And right there, the media frenzy exploded tenfold. Every tabloid, every gossip blog, every YouTuber with a mic turned that moment into headlines. Doug picks Malaysia over Jackie in front of the judge. Malaysia and the baby bump that broke a legacy. $10 million ain't enough for this level of disrespect. And while Jackie's fans rallied behind her, flooding social media with hashtags like hashtag Team Jackie and hashtag Wife Not Side Piece, the trolls? They came in droves. Jackie needs to move on. She couldn't keep her man. Doug deserves to be happy. It was cruel, unforgiving, and relentless. But Jackie? Oh, she wasn't backing down. The very next morning, she went live on Instagram, eyes swollen, voice shaking with rage. "Let me be real clear," she said. "This ain't just about Doug. This ain't just about Malaysia. This is about every woman who gave her soul to a man, built a life, protected his name, only to be blindsided like she never mattered. Her Followers flooded the comments, cheering her on. "Speak, queen. We got you. Sue them both for everything." But it wasn't just Jackie's words that hit. It was what she revealed next. A voicemail, raw, emotional, and devastating. Devastating. Doug's voice, tired and full of emotion, barely a whisper. "I didn't mean for it to go this far. Malaysia told me she missed her period, and I panicked. Jackie can't find out. Not like this." Boom. Proof. Proof that Doug knew and chose to lie. That Malaysia kept everything quiet. This wasn't some innocent mistake. Oh no. This was a calculated, coordinated cover-up. And now, Jackie's legal team, they had enough ammo to take this fight to a whole new level. They added defamation, malicious emotional harm, career sabotage, and violation of brand endorsements. Because Jackie wasn't just suing over a baby, she was suing over every dollar lost from a public betrayal. Multiple deals had been dropped, sponsors backed away, and media outlets began painting her as overly emotional and unstable. Meanwhile, Malaysia strutted on social media like she just won the lottery. Baby shower? Sponsored by luxury brands. A maternity shoot with Doug by her side, shirtless, hands on her belly, kissing her cheek. The caption, "Sometimes what's meant to be just finds its way." Viral, millions of views. And Jackie? She was ready to burn it all down. Back in court, she fired her warning shot. Through her lawyer, she made it crystal clear. "We will not settle. This trial, it's going public. Depositions, witnesses, timeline receipts, and if Malaysia wants to play innocent, let's put her under oath." Malaysia's team, rattled. Doug, for once, couldn't even look Jackie in the eye. And just when it seemed like this legal war was about to boil over, someone unexpected entered the battlefield. Chantel Christie. Yep, Jackie's own daughter. In a move that shook everyone, Chantel took to Twitter and dropped this bomb. "Sometimes, the truth ain't what you want to hear, but even mom's got secrets." The internet exploded. What did it mean? Was Chantel defending Malaysia? Was she calling out Jackie? Or was there another layer to this scandal that no one had seen coming? Jackie, blindsided by her own daughter's cryptic betrayal, went silent. For 2 days, no posts, no stories, no press. And then, just like that, she came back with one powerful post, a black screen, with white letters, "Loyalty. That's all I ever wanted." And beneath it, the date of the next court hearing. The stakes, higher than ever. Because this wasn't just about a baby or betrayal. This was about legacy, about public image, about a woman torn apart by the people closest to her and refusing to stay silent any longer. The courtroom? It was chaos. Not the kind of chaos you can fix with a PR team or a spin doctor. No, this was reputations crumbling in real time. Jackie's legal team stormed in like a force of nature. And this time, they didn't come empty-handed. They came with a tsunami of evidence. Doug Christie was officially subpoenaed. That's right, Jackie wasn't just going after Malaysia. Oh no. She wanted Doug on that stand, under oath, confessing to everything. The cheating, the lying, the deception, not just to his wife, but to the entire fan base that saw their marriage as the ultimate black love goals. But hold up. This is where the drama took a Lifetime movie twist. Doug Christie didn't show up. That's right. On the day he was supposed to testify, Doug's lawyer claimed he was mentally unfit to appear in court. Jackie's legal team immediately called that out for what it was, a stalling tactic. But behind the scenes, rumors were flying that Doug had left the country. Sources close to Jackie claimed his passport had been flagged, and he was possibly hiding out in the Bahamas or Dubai. And Jackie, she snapped. Walking out of the courtroom, her eyes red-rimmed but composed, she turned to the cameras, her voice steady but seething. "He thinks he can run. After 25 years of loyalty, I'm the one left with pain, betrayal, and now, silence. Not this time. I want the world to see what kind of man Doug Christie really is." Meanwhile, Malaysia finally broke her silence. But not in court. Nope. She took to Instagram Live, sitting on her couch, barely any makeup, her hand resting on her visible baby bump. She stared right into the camera and said, "Y'all think I applauded this? Like I woke up one day and said, 'Let me steal my friend's man, please.'" That's what Malaysia said, staring into the camera unapologetically. "Doug and I, we didn't plan to fall in love, but it happened. And no, I'm not sorry anymore." That line, it split the internet in half. Half of social media dragged her through the mud, calling her a snake, a homewrecker, a traitor of sisterhood. The other half, they cheered her on for owning her truth and not apologizing for a man's choices. But just when it seemed like Malaysia might come out on top, the footage dropped that changed everything. Someone leaked surveillance video, grainy, but clear enough to see Doug in Malaysia outside a Beverly Hills clinic. She was visibly pregnant, and Doug was rubbing her back, whispering in her ear, even kissing her forehead before escorting her inside. The timestamp. Months before Jackie even found out. And that footage, it crushed any defense Malaysia might have had left. Jackie's legal team wasted no time. They used that clip to file a motion of intent, demanding punitive damages on top of the $10 million already in the lawsuit. Their argument? This wasn't just emotional warfare. This was a calculated violation of public trust for personal gain and brand leverage. That's right. They're accusing Malaysia of using her pregnancy with Doug as a strategic comeback to reinsert herself into VH1's reality TV lineup. And based on leaked emails from a producer at Basketball Wives, that theory is looking a lot less far-fetched. One email said, if Malaysia is pregnant by Doug Christie, we have a 5-episode arc minimum. Start prepping storyboards now. Prepping storyboards now. Let that sink in. Meanwhile, Jackie's team dropped another bombshell. Deleted messages recovered from Doug's cloud. But these weren't just flirty DMs, oh no, these were full-blown love letters. Doug called Malaysia his piece, even telling her, "You're the one I should have married first." When those words were read aloud in court, Jackie broke down completely. She sobbed, crushed into her lawyer's shoulder. Her daughter had to escort her out of the room. But the damage? Oh, it was done. The media headlines were on fire. Doug the disgrace. Emotional collapse in court after love letters leak. Jackie's heart, torn open for the world to see. Malaysia finally spoke her truth. But was it even justified? Celebrities started weighing in. Tamar Braxton tweeted, "You don't do your sister like that. I don't care what the man promised you." Well, okay then. Michelle chimed in, "Sometimes, the truth ain't pretty, but it's still the truth. Hashtag #TMalaysia. And just when people thought this scandal couldn't get any messier, Jackie made her boldest move yet. She filed for divorce. Yep, after decades of standing by Doug's side through scandals, coaching contracts, and reality show fame, Jackie officially submitted the paperwork to end their marriage. But she didn't just file quietly. Oh no, she did it on camera. In an exclusive segment with a major streaming platform, Jackie signed the divorce papers while narrating, "This isn't just about love. This is about reclaiming power. I gave my life to a man who gave his loyalty to someone else. So now, I give myself a new beginning." The footage wrapped up with Jackie wiping away a tear, then putting on her sunglasses like a damn boss. But as if that wasn't enough fire for one day, the final scene, Malaysia showing up at a prenatal appointment all alone. No Doug, no entourage, just her looking tired, worn down. But when the paparazzi asked if Doug was still in her life, she dropped the bomb. "I haven't heard from him in a week." Maybe. Jackie was right all along. Boom. Doug Christie vanished. Jackie Christie, empowered and enraged. Malaysia, she's left holding the consequences of a scandal she can no longer control. This isn't just a love triangle. This is an emotional battlefield. Careers are on the line. Families are split. And millions of viewers are glued to every move. And trust me, this story, it ain't over. The trial picks up next week, and the judge is set to rule on whether Jackie's case can proceed to jury. If it does, Doug Christie could be forced to testify under oath, Malaysia subpoenaed to the stand. And Jackie? She's finally getting the justice she's been screaming for. The fallout? It's going to shake reality TV to its very core, forever. And baby, you already know we'll be here to spill every drop of that tea. Oh, y'all thought this story was over? Nah, this is just the beginning of a war that's tearing legacies apart and dragging reputations straight through the mud. Jackie Christie ain't backing down. Not after the ultimate betrayal just tore through her world like a wrecking ball. A $10 million lawsuit on the table, a bombshell pregnancy, a shattered marriage. And now, everyone's scrambling to pick up the pieces. But some names, they can never be cleaned. This ain't your average reality drama. This is scandal at its deadliest. And guess what? The next chapter? It's about to explode even louder. Because when Jackie hits that courtroom again, she's coming with more than just tears. She's bringing receipts, screenshots, voicemails, and a vengeance that's 10 years deep. Meanwhile, Malaysia? Nowhere to be found. Radio silence since the paternity leak, and whispers are swirling that she might be carrying twins. Doug, please. He's hiding behind legal teams and dodging paparazzi like a man who knows his whole empire is about to go up in flames. So stay locked in, because what's coming next? It might just be the most devastating reveal yet. You think Jackie's done? You think Doug's secret ended here? Think again. Subscribe now because we aren't just exposing drama. We're rewriting history with every bombshell. This ain't just tea. It's scorched.